Then we come to what are the causes of conflicts within a family, because I want us to treat the roots. I want us to treat the cause of conflict, causes of conflict within marriage. Let us not treat the symptoms. Most of the times we treat the symptoms. You find that when a child is being brought up, when a child has been left as an orphan, a child is being brought up by a single mom, a child is being brought up by a single dad, then there is a problem that is coming up. The child is growing as an empty person. Ladies and gentlemen, you have glasses in front of you. If that glass is empty, and you try to drink an empty glass, what are you getting? Emptiness. So when a child is brought up, while a child is empty, because children learn by what they see, there is something that a father, a husband can give to a child. A father can give to a child that a wife cannot give to a child. And there's something that a wife can give to a child that the husband cannot give to the child. So the child should grow with both the parents. Anytime you separate, anytime you divorce, anytime a child is brought up as a total orphan, just know that the child will develop trauma. The child will be traumatized. As the child grows up, there is trauma. Why? Because as a husband and a wife, you are in marriage that was abusive. So the child did not see love. Children learn by what they see, not what they hear. If they see love in marriage, they will give love. If they see violence in marriage, they will give violence. So therefore, as a wife, ensure that there is love in the family. As a husband, ensure that there is love in the family, so that the child can see love, hug each other, appreciate each other, do dinner together, spend time together. Presence is what is another P. Presence. Be present as a man. Do not confuse presence with presence. Usipeleke tu ma presence and you are not present. Because if you are not present, your wife cannot date herself. Then you must also date. Let your children see that love, that environment. That can be created by you. But if they don't see, they grow up to become adults. The moment they are adults, they never saw love, they saw violence, they saw grief, they saw loneliness, they saw resentment, they saw unforgiving spirit. Then what do you expect in return? You expect that child to be a person who will be violent in the foreseeable future. In our prisons, close to around 80% of the prisoners were brought up in broken families. Broken families. And therefore, conflicts come from the following issues. Number one, conflicts come from background environment. That is what I've explained. How are you brought up from broken families? Then you grow having trauma. Number two, conflicts come from association. When you associate with people who are not the right people to be associated with, or friends who influence you because of undue influence, you may bring a lot of violence in relationships. For example, men wameenda kuchukua kinywaji kidogo, then your friend tells you, and it's a common saying, that wewe huwezi kaliwa na bibi. And then your marriage was getting successful, but unaambiwa wewe huwezi kaliwa na bibi, usikaliwe na bibi kama mwanamke. Then you go home, now you want to be a man. Being a man to you is by showing your woman your muscles or ego. Let me tell you, Buluma, between, ladies and gentlemen, when a woman sits on you as a man, kukaliwa na mwanamke, And when a fellow man sits on you as a fellow man, gani unasikia utamu? When a woman sits on you, unasikia vizuri. But when a man sits on you, that is a different thing altogether, right? Going raw and down to it. Then again, conflicts come from generational issues, generational curses. These issues must be resolved generationally. Your great-grandfather, your grandfather, your relatives, their marriages were never successful because of generational curses, so it catches up with you. Another thing is oathing. You take an oath. Another thing is unresolved conflict. Unresolved conflict in the family. These are also brought by their financial issues within a family. Husbands and wives, ladies and gentlemen, finances brings a lot of